Hello, everyone. Welcome to another exciting workshop with Evergreen Digital Tech Solution. My name is Jacinta Ezabikwa, and I'm the founder of Evergreen Digital Tech Solution. You know how we do it. We bring to you exciting projects that you can replicate and add to your portfolio to make you job ready or to help you increase or upskill. Today, we're bringing to you Disney and Pixar Film Dashboard. We have an expert in the house who's going to show us how he created this amazing dashboard. But before we get to it, let me tell you a little bit about Evergreen Digital Tech Solution. I want you to think about two things when you remember Evergreen Digital Tech Solution. One is our expert-led training for beginners. This means if you don't have any knowledge in data analysis, you want to get started, you want to understand what data analysis is all about, what the career option looks like, then all you need to do is to go to our website at www.evergreendigital.com.ng and register. We'll reach out to you. Two, I want you to think about our internship and job readiness program. This one is for people who have prior knowledge in data analysis. You want to upskill, you want to tighten up your skill, you want to create your portfolio, you want to have work experience that you can put in your resume, and you want to practice with interview. You want to have expert data analyst, senior data analyst look at your work and give you corrections. Then this section is for you. All you need to do is to click the link in the description box. I'm going to place the link in the description box and then you can register. So I'm going to be introducing our facilitator now, Mr. James Isaac. He is a data analyst and a front-end developer. He created this amazing project. He's going to be showing us how he got to do it. Over to you, Mr. James.
All right. Thank you so much. Uh, I'm really grateful for her. It is a very, whenever it comes to age, I'm always excited because it is a good thing to share your knowledge to people. So I'm really grateful for Evergreen uh, Digital Solution for the honor to be with you this evening to share from the little of the knowledge I have. So, like she have introduced, just is a very simple guy that is just at the backyard trying to put one or two things together. And my name is once again is James Isaac, and I'm a data analyst specialized in Excel, Power BI, especially business intelligence, and any tool that has to do with business intelligence. So this evening, by the grace of God and uh, with a permission from Evergreen Data Solution, I'll be walking us through how to create, a premium dashboard like the one you can see at my background, which is the project is on theme, which is on theme and Disney. As many of us that are used to watching cartoon like me, because what sponsor this project was my desire. I actually love animation. I watch animation a lot, and I was doing nothing, and I was thinking about what will I do, what project will I do. Many of us are always in that stage where you think of which project to lay your hands on. What's project do you want to data set do you want to practice with. So as I was thinking about it, and then I thought, why can't I just do what I love, what I had desire for, which is animation movie. Although it's not in my main, it's not my hobby actually. It's not my favorite stuff. It's just part of the. By the way, so I decided to go online and search for data sets and I come up with something like this. So I'm going to be putting us through on how to create this in Power BI. There is nothing difficult or there's nothing special in it at all. Is and there is no I know many people have already they're scared already about the complexity of the DAX. Don't worry, there is no any complex DAX measure in the dashboard. It's just about putting creativities together. It's just a simple acts, putting images and text here and there together and to present something beautiful and insightful. I think we should get our hands dirty now. Are we good to go, ma?
Yes, we are good to go. I'll just say one thing. You know, when we posted that we're going to be calling James
Okay.
Isaac, and a lot of people was, please, we want this particular dashboard, we want to know how he created it. You know, they were pointing out this particular dashboard
Okay.
because they just feel like, it's a whole new thing and they just can't wait to know, how you created it, what went through your mind, questions and everything. So I think everyone is excited. I see people are already joining in. Over to you. Over to you.
All right. All right. Thank you so much. That's nice. Okay, so we'll get into. I want to believe now, many of us have gotten our hands on the materials already on the data set, so that we can follow along. As many want to follow along, or if you want to follow along later, because since the video is on YouTube, so you can get it at any time. So let's get into it straight up. So now I'm going to be sharing my screen quickly. Sorry. I'm going to be sharing my screen now.
Yes, your screen is up.
All right. Okay, so um, here's the finished work. Right. All right. So I'll just give us a quick background and quick walkthrough of what is displayed on the dashboard. Right. It's looking beautiful. It's looking colorful. It's looking, attractive. And that is not just all the goals, because at an attractive dashboard without passing, giving a message or giving an insight is useless. All right. But the idea of graphics is that it pull the user into and it get them engaged, get your user engaged in your dashboard. So this is a dashboard on Disney and Pixar. As many of us that are familiar with Disney, a Cartoon Network. So we are given a couple of data sets um, to analyze, right? And if you can see from what you are seeing, we have on the navigation panel here. We have two pages, right? We have the overview and the themes. The themes here, actually, I was looking for a better name and a better title to give this aspect, but nothing was coming up in my head. I just give it themes. But what is here is like a detailed, more insights concerning each of the categories or variables that we have. Right. So here in the overview, what you can see at the top, you will see I have some KPIs, right? I have some KPIs like the worldwide. Actually, this title is not complete. It should be worldwide revenue, right? Worldwide revenue. That's the amount that's been generated over the time, over the years on the product, on the movie, right? And here we have the ROI, we have which is the return on investment, right? We have there 0.13. There we have the average IMDb score, and we have the average centric score. So this is the KPIs, and on this part here of the dashboard, the middle part here, this is just a display. It's a screen display that display the image of the movie that is being showcased, right? Now, if you look at this part now, here is just a slicer, right? This is a slicer that contains all our categories, the themes categories that we have available on the data set. So whenever any of the slider is being selected, the screen here will change, will display what, for example, now I'm clicking on looker, and you'll see now it changes to, so it helps the user to know quickly, instead of, normally our the normal slides that we normally have is either it's in a drop down or it's in a tile format. And sometimes when your slicer is activated, sometimes you find it difficult to know that you already, pick a or selected a, you have to filter your data set or your dashboard. But with image like this, it will be very easy to know that, oh, I am, every detail that's on this dashboard now is giving me information on the image I can see on the screen, which in this case, like now we have Looker. All right, so I can see how much was earned worldwide on this category, on this theme Looker. We have $51 million, right? We have the return on investment, and we have other KPIs that you might, another thing. Before I continue, um, the first stage of data analysis, every uh, project always comes with a question, always comes with um, an objective. Do you understand? So one of the things that helped me, or before I start any project, before I go into any, before I begin to create a report or dashboard, I make sure that my objectives are clear. I make sure that the problem or statements are properly, stated out. That's my guide. That's what guide me on how I will build my dashboard. So before I begin to beautify my dashboard, which is always the, the last thing I do, right? I make sure that I first of all, analyze and make sure my goals and problem statement is satisfied. Once that is satisfied, then I begin to design the dashboard. Because if you do not answer the question being asked, or you do not satisfy the objective, then your project is useless, right? So in this project, I make sure, the first thing I did that guided me was I came out with my objective for doing this project. What is the objective? What do I want to know? What do I want to achieve? So if this guides the KPIs that I want to showcase, right? Now, after getting my objective clear and getting my what do you call it now, problem or statement clearly stated out, then the next phase is understanding the data set, my data set that will answer these questions. The data set that I have, are they available? Is it sufficient to answer my questions and to solve, satisfy the objective on ground? So I begin to inspect my data set. I begin to understand each field, because if you don't understand each field of your data set, it will be difficult for you to know what to what to analyze, or which category you should plot against, which column you should plot against which column, which one should be your x-axis, which one should be your y-axis, what you are looking for. Do you understand? So it is very important to understand the project you are doing, understand the objective. Then second stage, understand the data set that you are going to use. All these are they are the fundamentals that most people always bypass, and that's why they have issue when it comes to visualization, when it comes to analysis. They don't know what you want to display. They don't even know what, most people, that anxiety, that I want to show something, I want to have 3 pages, 4 pages. Sometimes your project, due to your questions, you only need a page. Sometimes you never need a dashboard, you need a report. So it's very important. I just have to say this because it's a very key. Forget about how beautiful we design our dashboard. It is very wonderful, but if we don't get these fundamentals clearly and certified, we might miss it along the way. So I have my overview right on this dashboard, which give me a quick overview of the data set. Right, I can see from here. We have talked about the KPIs. From here, this is the slicer, right, that help me to drill down to see for each of the themes, right? Like in this case, Toy Story. And here we have theme person. This table, we have 2 tables here. We have theme person. These are we have their names, we have their row type, and their theme rating, right? We have like here now we have Randy Newman. His row type in this movie was musician. We have another person here, Raf Gumahem. His role was a producer. We have a story writer. So he gives us a quick overview who, those who are engaged in this movie. And here we have a public response. What are people saying concerning this movie, right? Here we have the movies list. We have the cinema score. We have the IMDb. We have the Metacentric. We have the Rotten Tomatoes. Now, these are few that you must first understand, first get the dictionary of the data set to understand what all these terms means. Because of time, I'm not going to begin to explain to you gradually, break it down, but after this video we can do what venture deeply into the data set to understand better. And here we have a donor chart here, and the donor chart give us a rating, the percentage of the rating. Here, the rating here is PG and G. We have PG and G, and the slicer here um, helps us quickly to visualize the percentage of the rating. Here, for example, for G rating for this Toy Story is 46 percentage, while for the PG rating is 54. So when I drill down to okay, I check. I want to check another. Um, okay, now I'm checking for this cartoon. Almost all of them have the same PG and G rating like that. So that's how it works. Now let's move to the second page, the film page, right? Now this page give us more details of each of the categories. This page give us more details of each of the categories. Now we are on this. I selected these right from the first page. So here I can see the name and the year the movie was released, and I can see a quick brief a brief description. For example, here we have a rat who can cook makes an unusual alliance with a young kitchen worker at a famous Paris restaurant. I don't know how many of you have seen this movie. This movie was, when I saw it, it would have been very long. 2027, 2007. So it was it's a very interesting movie actually. So it give us a quick, the idea here, what how I got this idea was, when you're looking for example, when you go online, you're searching for movie, like there are some apps, some movie apps like there's a movie box apps. When you go online, you are searching for movies, right? Where any movie you selected, you will see the name, the year, and the brief, you know. So that was the idea. I got the idea from the movie hub, and I tried to replicate it on the dashboard here to showcase. So when I pick any movie, for example, I pick Brave, so I'm expecting this image to change, right, to Brave, and all these years will change, right? I can see the title, the year 2012, and I can see the description. Determined to make her own part in life, Princess Merida defines a custom that brings chaos to her kingdom, so on and so forth. So that's how it works. And here we have other details like the film rating. In this case, this is PG. We have the meta score, we have the IMDb score, we have the cinema score, like that. We have which category this movie is. We have is in genre, which value is an action, release date, the full date, duration 93 minutes, right? All these are very, very essential. They are what we interact with every day on our apps. You agree? Give us the full description, and this is a slider to drill down to check for each of the themes. All right, now I'm on onward. You see now it changes and like that. So now this is what we are trying to create. And the other additional function I had there was a dark mode, right? This is a light mode. Here I have a toggle that will switch me to a dark mode. Right now I am on a dark mode. So this is just like an option. You're giving your what do you call it now, your clients or your user a more flexible option on using the dashboard. For those who are interested in going light mode, we go light mode. Those who are interested in going dark mode, do you understand? So that's all about the dashboard. So this is what we're going to be going through quickly, and it's not going to take us much time. It is very simple, very straightforward. And on the material that's given to us, I've written out the guide, and I'm going to open it up now. I've written out a guide so that we will fast. So I've written out all the dimension that we're going to be needing, the color code that we'll be using, so that we'll save time and we'll get this done quickly. So here is the guide, the dashboard guide. So I'm going to first thing. Let me. This is my data. These are the data set now. The data set we are using. There are many tables here. We have the academic. We have the box office. One, two, three, four, five, six, seven, eight. So we have eight tables to work with, and thank I was when I saw that this project, like I saw the amount of tables or data set we're going to be using. I said, wow, this workshop is actually fully packed and fully detailed, because from here we will be able to learn data modeling, how to relate your tables. This is another challenge most people have when it comes to data modeling. How do you relate tables together? How do you connect tables together? It's very important, right? And most people are getting it confused and are getting it difficult. Here now we have most of us, maybe due to our experience, we are only used to connecting two to three tables. But here we have eight tables to connect. How do we connect that our interactions will be seamless? There will not be any errors, and there will not be any, anomalies, or yes, or an error, right? So I'm going to open a new. I'm going to open a new document. I'm going to put a blank report. So we'll be using this as our guide. Open a blank report. Okay, let me go light mode. All right, so it's coming up. Please, let me close some tabs. All right, yeah. So we are here. A tab, a blank page now. So the first thing I want to do is my size, my canvas size. So what is size are we using? Under here we have background size and color, and the background size is 995 by 16,000. 995 by 16,000. So I will quickly here and change my canvas settings to custom. So the height is 995, and the width is 16,000. So that is what I'm using. Oh, sorry. What did I do? 16,000. 16,000. Is it 16,000 or 1,600? Okay, it should be 1,600. Sorry, 1,600. 1,600. Yeah. So the vertical alignment would be middle. So I want to have it in middle so I can zoom in, zoom out. All right. So now that is the canvas size. Next is the color, right? Let's first forgive our wallpaper a color. Let's give our wallpaper a color. The wallpaper color is this. For our light mode, we have for dark mode. So, but we are going for light mode first. So for the light mode, under wallpaper, so you come to wallpaper, you change your color, more colors. I paste the code, and I think I have transparency to be 34. So you give it your transparency, give it 34, 34. Yeah. So this is the color for my wallpaper. Now for my background, transparency is 13. Okay, yes. So this is the background of our dashboard and the wallpaper color. So now, then what is the next thing? Uh, Now let's import our data set, right? I've, you can start from anywhere. You can start by importing your data or start by laying out your dashboard. But either way, it works. But most of the time, when you start a project at first, you don't know what visual you want to, you know, you want to get, or how do you want to lay your dashboard, because you haven't start analyzing, right? So the data set, our data set is in TX format. It's in CSV format. So I'm going to go as CSV. So now I'm going to report our data set. Let me locate where the data set is, and I have 8 of them. So one, so I have to be fast importing all of them because I have 8 to import, right? Um, okay. So like for example, here we have the column introduced, nominated, eligible. You can check the categories here, right? You can check the category. We have one special achievement. So that's for the award. So now I think everything is fine. I think everything is fine. So I can close and load. Yes, close and load. Okay, so waiting for it to load. Okay, all right, 98. We have 89 rows loaded. 89 loaded. Okay, so let me load others. I'm going to be fast now. We have box office. Let me see if it is okay. I think this one is okay. We have film budget. We have the film. We have the budget, the box office, Canada, worldwide. All right, I think this is fine. So let me just load directly. There's no need to go to Power Query. Okay, so 28 loaded, complete. Let me move to the next. We have the gens now. All right, let's see what we have. Okay, I need to transform these, and what do I need to do here? My first use my first row as headers. Okay, I think that's all I need to do. The data set are cleaned. Yeah, they are cleaned. So just move, load it. All right. So okay. So that is the third one. So I have 5 more to go. 5 more to go. Load. I should have loaded before. Okay. Let's just continue. Let's load. The next one is box. I need to transform. I wish I had a magic on loading this thing very fast, but it's okay. I wonder when you have like up to 100 data sets to load. It is well. All right, so use this first the first column as header, right? Now here we have people link, people link. This here we have picture link. This link here is the image link for the the producers, the people involved, right, and their names. So this link is for that image. So this is where we get the images from of the people. And okay, 95 rows loaded. All right, next text to CS. Okay, CSV. Now I'm going to next one is Pixar Data Dictionary. I don't think. Okay. Now, okay, we are actually loading 7 data sets. I have the dictionary. Yes, I have the there's a CSV file that contains the dictionary. So in case you want to understand the data better, I want to understand what each field stands for. So just check out the data dictionary. Check out the dictionary. So each of the field that I explained there, they explain. So it is 7 data sets that Power BI. So the eighth one is the data dictionary. So you can get each of the details of you know yeah. So this one now, what I'm going to do here, let me transform. Let's transform that table. Okay, so what about I would like to do here. Now we have the themes, we have the theme link. These are the link that host the images, right? The images of the movies. We have the release dates here. We have the runtime, we have the film rating, and we have the plots, the pilot, which is the descriptions right here. Now, I would love to have another column, a custom column to extract my year because I will need the year, right? I did not have any trend. I did not have from the dashboard that I had. There was no trend like monthly trend or weekly trend, which you can add to your own visual. Maybe you can add it here. I did not have the monthly trend, although we have a date like monthly trend, which means uh, the trend will only show. What will it show? Will show because this date is for the dates which when the movies are released. So you want to see how it's the release dates. You want to see the trend, the pattern in the releasing of these movies, right? So here I can just come to add column and under dates I want to extract year, right? So I have my years here. So at the end of this, so I can bring it closer to, I can move it to where the release date is, right? So I have the year extracted. So we're going to use this in our visual. So now let's check data format. I think everything is fine. Data type are okay. So let's load. Right. Loaded, right? I guess. Yes, loaded. All right. So let's move to we have loaded 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we have two more. We have loaded film. We have Pixar people. We have Pixar people. That is the Pixar people is a table that it shows the information on what people are saying, what people are saying concerning the let's load transform. So Pixar people, okay, this one is showing the okay, it is the people link that show what people are saying, why the Pixar people is showing. So I'm going to use this as okay, first row. All right, so that I load. Okay, done. So I think I have two more. I think I have one more. All right, so we have people link, public response. So the public response is the last one, and we are good to go. Okay, I think this one is fine. Okay, this one that hosts most of the data. It hosts most of the major field that we are interested in. Yeah. Okay. Oh, I thought I loaded it. It was transform. I clicked on. Okay. So now I'm loading it. All right. So that is done. We 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So we have 7 tables. So the next thing is let's create a relationship, just like what I did here. Now, if you look at, I want to just quickly show something from this table. Now, this is how we're going to be. We are going to. This is how we are going to, you know, link the table. So, and the formation here, or the model type, is called snowflakes, right? Snowflakes. Why? Because we have our primary keys and foreign keys combinations. We have this table. This middle table would be like our facts table, which is theme, the Pixar films. This is a Pixar film table that hosts most of the details of the information we need, right? And the field will be linking them to majorly, it will be the film, because the what I call the field now, or the column that is common to all the tables, is the film column, right? If you look at the connection, it's connected to the film. We have the Pixar people connected to the Pixar film on film field, right? We have what the box also is on film. Film is a color that is common to all of that. If you look at the direction, this is single direction. Film to general is single also. Um, this film to people respond is both direction, and I will explain later. And this is film to people is now, but when it comes to people link, it's not connected directly to the table because it doesn't have the field. And this link, this table is reporting is featuring from people's table. I mean, yeah, Pixar people. This table is featuring from this table. Why? Because um it owes additional, these people link hold additional information that supplements, or that relates with Pixar people. Here it talks more, gives more information. Here is we have the film, we have the name, we have the road type, and here we now have the names, we have the pictures, yeah, the passport of each of the people here and their roles. So that's why we are combining, and it's called is, if you look at it, the structure is a snowflakes what relationship, right? So now let's go and do that on our own main reports, right? So I come to data model, and I know many of us that are used to Power BI. You know that Power BI always join your table automatically. Always join your table automatically when you see that it sends that some field are related. So, but what we'll do now is that we're going to delete and do it ourselves. I'm going to connect it all over again so that we understand the connection. Okay, I have this. So I'm going to delete this one. Let me reduce it. Okay, so I have this people, delete it. What other thing do I have? I have one more table here. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay. These are people response. I think I should put this one will come here. Yes. So these are just arrange it. I'm having this as my fact table, right? The films, the film table itself, the film table itself. Then all these others. Um, One of the way you can understand, okay, which table should be my fact table and which table should be my dimension table, is the subject of matter is one of the key, or should I say, yeah, secret of knowing this. The subject of the matter majorly usually is facts table. It's usually the facts table, the subject of the matter. You understand why we have all other tables that give more information of one field or two field in the fact table, a dimension table. For example, this film table now, if you look at this table, it talks is the people table, right? It give more details about the people that are involved in the movie production. We have this one give information about people response, giving details of you understand. So there are dimensional tables. This is like this general give a category of is like a subset from the Pixar film. Academic also is like a subset, box office like a subset. So this is how you can identify which is your dimension table and which is your fact table. So I'm going to just leave this one connection. It's connected already. So now I'm going to connect. How do we connect now? We connect on this film table. That's why we have many. It appears each of the film appear more than one, right? So, but we're expecting that in all other field it should be unique. Like there should be the category should be unique, which means it should not appear more than once. But here we should have it many times, right? So now in linking this to my people table, I just pick the theme. I pick the theme. Let's see. Um, okay, let me start from here. I pick this and I drop it here. So you open up this to me. So I have one to many single. Okay, save. My cross filter direction is single. So save. No, it's taking too much time. All right. Now we link this to this other one. So it give us one to many, right? One to many. Where is one single, yes, many times and connected. Okay. So next we do this to this. All right. Now here, because I'm having one to one, right? One to one cardinality. All right. That is why I'm leaving it as both. What does that mean? Cross fit three direction. In other words, the filter should happen and can happen between the two tables, which means if I pick my what do you call it, my field or my metrics from here and I filter from here, it should work. If I pick from here and I filter from here, it should work. Okay, because it is one to one, the values are unique. So I leave the cross filtering direction to be both. That way I will not get an error. Get an error. Yes. Okay. And this should come here. So now I move this to people's pixel. So this is one to many. So the cross you will see by default, Power BI will detect because Power BI is that intelligent. So we detect what should be your cross filter direction, just as how it automatically relates tables for us. So it will just give you detect it for you and one to many single filter direction cross that filter is perfect. So but in this case here we are going to be which we are going to be joining this table by name. Okay, we have the common field we have here. You see there's an error here. If you look at this column, we have column one, we didn't take this off. So if we want to take this off now, we can go back to transform from here, the people link. There is a column that is I think that is empty. So you can go and verify which column there is people's. I think it's Pixar people, right? Or is it Pixar people link? I guess people link. Yes. Look at we have look at one, two. You see, I didn't even I just loaded, I loaded it directly, but now I detect that I had empty columns from my data model. So what would I do? Just take this off. I take them off. So I remove columns. Okay, so I remove columns. Now I can load back. All right, so yes, I have what I need. So I just join this. Okay, it's loading, waiting for it. Okay, so now next one is I join this name to name, many to one, single. Okay, nice. That's perfect. Stages are very important. They are like we already know fundamentals. If anything goes wrong here, they will be going through frustration, headache, and disaster on our report view. If anything goes like the model now, here is the engine room, right? Where like the back end, where things flows, move, and we see the display here. So if anything goes wrong there, that's why that place, if it, I spend more times in my data model, making sure that it is accurate and well structured and connected. So I can have accurate report. Now we are done with that. Now, what is the next thing? Let's begin to, um, input our widgets and arrange our dashboard. Now, if you look at the layout I have here, let me go back to the view. This is our guide, right? If you look at the layout, okay, I have a widget for my navigation. I have for the title overview and some, panel here. I have for the KPI. So let's quickly do that. Now for our navigation, I'm going to insert a square or rectangle. We'll insert a rectangle, right? By default, it will give you blue. What is the dimension? So I'll come here. You see navigation panel. You see the dimension. We have 996 by 258. 996 by 258. Uh, so I come to general properties 996 by 258. Two, all right, so this is what we have. And what is the color? The color is white, I guess. Yeah, the color is white, 8%. So on that style, you see color, change it to white, transparency, it's 8%. Okay. So that is for my widget. Remove border. There's remove border. Go back to style. So that's how we get. Next one is what do we have? Our KPIs. The KPI is a card. The dimension is 104 by 206. 104 206. So I'm going to just it's the same thing, just copy this and paste. So I'm using this. So I just change the shape size to 104 right by 206. So that would be for my KPIs. Okay. Uh let me duplicate this. Let me bring this one up here. Let me use this for that for our title, right? Where we inserted our title overview. So let me just stretch it somewhere here. So this is for this up here overview. All right. So we have that. So now we can have our KPIs. How many do we have? How many KPIs? We have one, two, three, four. So I have four KPIs. So let me copy paste and bring this right. Paste, bring it closer here like this, copy paste. So I have four. Now let me I want it to be aligned properly. So I select the four of them, come to format. Under alignment, I will align horizontally and I will align vertically. Okay. So it is so that the spacing between them will be the same, it will be unique, it will be the same, right? So these are for KPIs. Mm, so the next is what we have here. We have, if you look at this now, we have what is this now? For our filter, do I don't think I have I didn't put the size here. Okay, but I can just let's just imagine how the size will fit. Okay, so let me just reduce this. So our filter will be here. We will take this space. Okay, our filter will take that space. All right. And next is so we leave this middle space for the screen. I call it screen. If you look at this now, we have a screen here, right? And we have three other screen that are just like a duplicate of this, but a smaller size, just to give it some more stylish, beauty and design, right? So I would have filled the whole screen with this place, but I just decided to be creative around here. So we have three more cards, one, two, three, for these three visual table, these two table and this so let's go and enter that. Let's create that. So I just copy this one and paste. So I bring this down here. So we'll still adjust it later. So let me just imagine a size that should be here. So let me just imagine this size, imagine this size, right? So I'll copy this and paste. So this will be for the last visual, which is our donut chart. So just make sure you align it, that they are aligned properly. Okay, I think this will come down a bit. This will come down a bit like this. All right. So we have all our cards already represented. This middle will be for the screen, right? So now what's next? It just we begin to import our elements and our metrics and measure on this. So the first thing is we want to start with the KPIs, right? We want to start with our KPIs. Um, the way I do it, measure. Let's create a table, right? Let's create a separate table that we will populate our calculations into. So under the table view here, I'm creating a new table. I'm creating a new table. Okay. Creating a new table, and I want to give it title calculation. I think this should work for me. It should work for me. Okay, it's not working. Right, I have this. So this should be calculation. So I can change this to row, to measures. So this is the DAX, for creating a new tables. Calculation equals to rows, measures blank. So I click it. One more thing, I want the calculation to be at the top here, to be the first. So I'm going to give like a dash. I'll start it with a dash so that it can be on top, right? That would be easy for me to locate where my measures or my measures are. Go back to the view, right? So now the first, what are the calculations? We don't have a lot many DAX to enter here. I'm serious. It's very straightforward, very easy. You just drag and drop. We'll be doing here. But where we have our KPIs is the DAX, and have populated it here because of time and simplicity sake. I have the four DAX for the four KPIs. The first KPI is the worldwide earning, which will be the sum of the worldwide revenue. We're going to locate that. It will be just the sum of the worldwide revenue. And I have a brief description here to describe what the DAX is doing. So this measure calculates the total worldwide box office earning by summing the values in the box office worldwide column of the box office table. So the name of the table is box office table, while the column is box office worldwide, right? I also have the ROI. We are using average X function to divide, because we are dividing by table, to divide in order to get our ROI. What is the formula? We are dividing box office worldwide, which is worldwide revenue, minus the budget, divide by the budget. That gives us the return on investment. And I have a brief description. So let's start with the worldwide earning, right? Let's start with the worldwide earning. So how do you go about that? Where's my calculation? Wow. I thought I gave it, to be at the top now. Maybe I didn't save it. All right, it's at the top now. So right click, new measure. Let's start, you know, getting our measures now. And I would name this, let me name it worldwide earning. And what is the measure? Equals to sum of the box office. Yeah, you see the box office worldwide. Close your brackets, hit enter. Yeah, we should have the measure now, which is the worldwide earning, right? Now we have it. Now let's quickly enter the rest. Mm, I have the ROI, so I can copy it from here. Let me just copy from here. Let me save time. All right, click new measure. So just understand what you're looking for, understand your KPI. We have return on investment. This is correct, right? Because I've created it before. So I'm using average X, right? And the table is a box of X. So we are divide, and we use divide function also to divide them worldwide, minus the um, what do you call it? The box, the budget, divide by the budget, right? So that will give us the return on investment. So yes, yes. So I don't know why I have two here. Okay, return on investment. Nice. All right. So well, the next one is average IMDb score. Average IMDb score, and the table is in public response, right? So we're looking at the IMDb score, which is one of the metrics, that one of the metrics that give some information about the scoring of the public, the scoring of that movie by the public, right? Scoring of the movie by the public. So we have the, but it's the average. We're looking at the average. We are displaying the average of the public response on the IMDb score. And then fourth one is the average critic score. Okay, average critic score. If you're not familiar with this words, just go to the dictionary, the data dictionary that is in the material, and read through to get what it's all about. Okay, so I paste. We're looking at the average, and this is accurate. The average citrus score. The table, we're using average X also, because we are getting it from the whole table, and this is a public response divide. Um, so there's a way all these things has been calculated. Like there's a way they are being calculated. In getting the citric score, we need to add the Rotten Tomato score plus the Metacritic score, plus the IBM score, then times 10. So when this how the critics score, the critic, like criticism. You understand? So it is being rated, it is being recorded. What is a critic score concerning this movie? Okay, some movies are being criticized, right? So we have the rating, and that is from the public response, right? So we also visualize the average of that. We see the KPI, we add it as part of our KPI. Okay, and all right, so we have our four KPIs, right? Let me see if I'm correct. Okay, yeah, we have four. We have the worldwide, RON, average, this, and critical. So let's place them. This should be simple for us, right? So the first one is the worldwide. So I use card. Yes. So I have this worldwide any. So let me just quickly format this, right. Go to my visual format visual. First thing is my color out, call out value. I want to reduce it to, let's reduce it to, I think 33 should be okay. 32. Let's leave it 30. Let me leave it 30. Let me bold it, right? Bold. Then this label, category label, um let's reduce it a bit. Okay. And I want to change the name. I want to change the title here, this category label. So I'll change it from here. I want to change it to, okay, let's leave it. Let's leave it. It's okay. So let me remove the background, right? I want to remove the background of this card. So I go to general effects, I remove background. Okay. So now I place this here. Place this. Let me be sure that I'm on the same page. Okay. I think I have to make it much smaller because of our no, we'll be inserting our logo, the label to much smaller. Okay, I think this is okay. So I place it close to this place. All right. So next one is ROB, return on investment. So what am I having error? Why am I having error? It means something is wrong with our calculation. Let me see. Where's my calculation here? Let's detect where the error is coming from, right? Okay. Let me use this. I think I have an error somewhere here. Let's see if it works. Wow. Let me see the calculation again. Box office. Okay. And now I know where the error is coming from. This is a data type, right? We cannot convert value NA of type. We didn't inspect this data set. That's why I have error. This is one of the reasons why data cleaning is very important. You understand? We have NA. This is calculating as value, but we have data type NA among the numbers, which will be an issue, right? So we need to go and sort that out. Where do we have it? So we need to go and sort that out. So let's go back to transform. Let's go back to transform. So that will be under our. Let's go back. That should be box office, right? Box office. So under budget, you see, can you see here we have NA. So this NA is what's giving us issue because this is a number, right? It should be a number format, but this NA now makes it in a text. So this column is in text. So we need to convert to number. So what do we do? What do we do? quickly. We don't have the figure, right? We don't have the figure. How do we fix it? And I don't want to take away. I don't want to remove. I can't remove. I don't want to remove this value looker because it also has other field that are intact. So what we can do is let's replace with empty. So replace value. Let's replace value with empty. We don't have that one. A, find value and leave here empty with empty. So okay. Yeah, so gotten rid of that. So we can now convert this now to number, not decimal. Sorry, it should be whole number. Yes. All right. So this should fix that issue. This should fix that issue. So we have this an empty. So now close and load. All right. I'm waiting for it to load. Okay. All right. So now you see it has appeared. That means that was the issue, right? And it is sorted out. So now what do we do? Let me just use format painter to format this, reduce it, bring it here. Okay. It's very small because I reduce my screen. So if I increase it, you can see it properly. Okay. All right. Next is the average IBM. Oh, sorry. I should have. Okay. That is fine. All right. So it's in card. Let me change this. Let me take away this number. Okay, so all come together now. Have for this reduce. So I'll do same thing. Use my format painter to give it the same formatting. So I place it here. Okay. So the last one is average centric. Bring it out. Card. Click on this format painter. Right. Reduce. So you have this KPI. Okay. So what is the next? Our we need to insert our this what we have here, icons, right? Icons. So let me bring up the icons, insert. So you go to where the icons are located. I have the icons here, all the icons. This is the first one, import. So I reduce the icon. Let me go and check. Let me check the size. Okay, it's not even the first one. Let me check the size of the icon here. Let me check the size. The size is 46 by 64. 46 by 64. Okay. 46 by 64. So we go to proper 46. All right. So that sorts that out. So I think is here. This one is for this. So just place it properly. Now you are going to pardon me. I might not align these things because of time, but just um, get the idea and how you want to place it. You understand? And be creative with it. I have, let me come with this 46 by 64, 46, 64. So I think where is this one? This one is for okay, RO. You see, I use different color of icon to give beauty, make it attractive. And then we have two more image. this will be for the word, right? 46, 64. So I place this, sorry, I've changed it to 46, 64. So place this here. Then the last one, which is this. This the the critic score 46, 64. You see that the icons represent almost all the icons represent the say. Now there's another additional effect I added to the icon. I added an additional effect. If you look at this icon, so I inserted a cycle, an eclipse, right, and give it the same color with the icon, just to give it a special effect. So and that I pick a cycle, an eclipse, right? So and I resize it to cover this a bit. So shift to have a perfect shape. Shift control. You hold shift control and you move. So then place it on the image. Let me zoom. So I place it properly, right? So I'm giving out taking out the border, take out the border, then give it transparency. I think the color is okay. Just give it transparency so that the icon will come up, come out. I think it's okay. So I will copy, paste, duplicate. So what I have to do is to change this to change the color to the color of the icon under style. Let's come to color. So the color is around here. Yeah, this is the color. So place it up. So I move, Control C, paste. Then this is yellow, right? So just change this color to yellow. Yeah, just that, and that is it. And this one, see, paste, place it on it. This is green. So the green is somewhere here, and that's it. All right, guys. So that is how you enter your icons in a very stylish way to make it more interesting. So just try to outline, align your figures to be, yeah. So that is that for the KPIs, guys. So the next one, let's quickly move. Now let's come to the screen. Let's come to the screen quickly. So we're going to be adding our screen now. This screen. Now, which visual do I use? Which visual is this? Is a card, new card? You understand? It's a new card. Okay. So I'm going to bring out a new card. There's a new card. So bring it out. I know this is the part many people are anticipating. Many people are wondering how do you come about that. So there's not any custom visual. I'm not using any custom visual here. It's just our native visuals, right? So I'm using a card right now. I'm going to use look for the link column. It should be under our theme, the Pixar theme. You see the theme link, but you don't enter the image here directly on this field panel. No, you enter the name first. Now this is the name. I have the name theme. Okay, so the card will show me just one of the movie. It show me the title, and it show me the name of one of the category, right? A box life. Now, how do we insert the image? You come to format your why select. You make sure the card is being selected. So you come to visual format. So you see images here. Under image, you come here. You see turn on your image. Then the image, you change the image to image URL. Change to URL, image URL. Then here you click on this from conditional formatting. We have the field value. So you search for the theme what do you call it, the film link. You select the film link, you leave it at first summarization, then okay. So yeah, you see we have our image. But in case you do that and you don't, the image do not show, you can't see the image, then what you need to do is you need to come to your table here, click on the table that has the link, select the table and come to the link, this link place, click on it, highlight it, then you see this data category. Under this data category is on categorized, right? You change it to image URL. You change to me, when you change to image URL, that the will fix that problem for you. So the image will be able to display. In case your image did not display like mine, the image will be able to display, right? So this is what we have. Now, how do we turn this to this, right? That is the next thing we want to do. Okay. So what we do is we don't need the name here, right? Just go back to the format. Under call out values, take off the value, take off the label, right? And next is we want to give the size of our card. What is the size? What is the size? I have it here. This, if you see screen size is 338 by 710. 338 by 710. So we come to general properties, 338 by 710. All right. So this is the size for that screen, for our screen. Now, but we need to resize the image too so that it can come out well. You understand? Come out full. We also need to size the image inside the card. How do we do that? Come to back to visual. Under images, you see the option size. Option size. So the size we are using is 700. I think I have it here. Yes, 700 pixels. So you just type 700, enter. Yeah. So our image will be resized properly. Then what again? We have text of, you can change this to above text, right? You can change the position to above text. The next thing is come to general. Let's take off the background color. Take off the background. Right, visual. Let's go to card. Where is card? We have card here. Take off the background. We don't need the background. Take off the borders, right? And come to layout. So under layout, we want our the maximum card to show is one. Should show one maximum card. Okay. And leave it card single row. What again? Background. Okay. Okay. I think that is all. So now you now size it properly. Use your to size it properly. Now let me see what I have here. Okay, I want to make sure that we are doing the same thing. Okay, yes, yes. I want us to achieve why I came here. If you look at the it has rounded corner, right? It has rounded corner. So I want to check the size of that rounded corner. Yeah, this one is still sharp edge. So we need to go to image. No, card. Under card, you see under card here. You locate shape. It's a rectangle, so we are giving it rounded rectangle, and we change this to 12, right? 12. So we are going to have that rounded shape. Okay, if the rounded shape is not showing very well, you can increase it a bit. Now the 12 is okay, right? Yes. Now the reason why the shape we can't see the shape is because the rounded shape is starting from the highlight of the card. You see all this box, all this line highlights. That's where the box. So we need to drop it a bit. We need to resize it until it begin to show. So first of all, let's take away this gap between the image and the lines. You can come under, I think, layout. Yeah, space between cards, right? Okay, we have one card, so I don't think that is needed. Let's go to images. Oh, a space between image and card. So we can take it off. We can take it to 0, right? We can do that one. And then also, what again? Let's go to card. What can we still do? What can we still adjust? Let's see what we can adjust. Let's from this size, let's come to custom. Yeah, let's use the padding. Let's reduce the padding distance. You can see if you look at it very well, the spaces is closing, right? The spaces is closing. So you reduce the padding, can reduce all of that to 0, left and right, up, top and bottom. Yes, so this is a function to use. So we reduce our padding, and yes, so now we can now have that rounded shape. Yes, now we have the rounded shape. So we can now put this properly here. So I think we need to reduce these ones. Let's reduce these tables. Okay. All right, guys. So this is how we achieve this, right? So we have gotten this now. Exactly. We've gotten it. So it's rounded now. So now the three other one here, we just copy and duplicate this one, copy and paste, and we reduce the size. Okay, so we come to properties. What is the size for that one? Subscreen. I have it as 106 by 206. 106 by 206. 106 by 206. But look at the image. The image is almost gone because the image size is 700. So we need to go and reduce the image size too. So you have to come to the visual under image where we have the 700, right? You need to reduce this. Although we should have given it a default auto. I think if that can, the automatic image will have been better. Okay, so what I'm going to do is, let me see if I can take off, clear this image and put it again because I want it to be in auto, right? See, that works. Or it not work? Okay, let's reduce it then. Let me use it to 200 and see, right? See, I can see the image now. I can see my image now. Reduce it. Let's reduce more. I think this is okay. I think this is perfect. I think this is okay. Yeah, this is okay. So I bring this here. Hope my our size is correct. Let me check the size. Oh, the size is not correct. It's 106. I was looking at it, 206. Yeah, that's the perfect size. Hope it's correct again. Let me check, double check. Why is it dropping? 106, 206. All right, this is the size I need. Okay, so I just bring this a little bit closer. It has changed again now. All right. Okay, so copy and paste. Let me take this off. Mm, okay, so copy paste. You bring it downward. This is nice. Copy paste downward. So guys, that's how to you outline them properly using outline. Align. You align them properly. You want to align vertical, right? Yes. Okay. So that is it. Just make sure you do it is accurate. The spacing, everything is perfect. Okay. What else? What else? I think I should move this a bit aside. All right, so now let's go and we have done this part now. We've completed this part. Now let's go and enter our slicer here. Our slicer here. Now I want to enter this right. We want to show our slicer where we begin to pick, we begin to filter this screen based on the slicer here. Okay, when we select any of the image displays here. So now I'm using new tie slicer, using tie slicer. Bring it up. Now there's one thing I want you to understand here. In visualization, any filter you enter in Power BI, any filter that you enter, if you enter you insert a slicer, either the normal slicer or the tie slicer, all of your visual on that, all of your charts and visual on the dashboard will be connected automatically to the what they call it now, to the slicer. Okay, and that's where interactivity is very important. You must know which, and it's not all your visual that should be interacted with by your slicer, right? So you must know which one to turn off, which one to turn on, which one to connect and not to connect, right? It's very, very important. All right, so because sometimes you might not know that, you might see your figure reduce, you might not know that that table that's supposed not to be connected to the slider is connected. You understand? And times you'll be wondering where the problem is coming from, and you cannot tell where the problem is coming from. So that is very important to know that. So now this is our slider right now. Once I entered, what am I going to enter first? I'm going to enter the name, which is a movie name. So it's going to give me in ties, right? This right ties. So if I begin to pick already, you see, I begin to interact with it, right? Begin to filter. I can now filter, show each of the movies by name. Can you see? Right. I can filter them and but now but we don't want to show our visual, like it's not looking nice. Our slider is not looking nice like this. We want to format it properly. We want to present it very well, right? Which means formatted properly. So how do I go about that? Now it's in three rows. I want to three column. I want to make the color. First thing is come to outline. For the column, I want it to be one. Yeah, so it shows like this. So for the rows here, I want it to be like let's say five. I think five is okay. Five is okay. And okay, let me make it six. Let's make it six. So we have enough space, right? Six is okay, right? So this our time slicer we can pick and to filter, filter, filter. Now, but we want to have it clean. It should be clean like this. You see, the additional thing I added there was I added the images, right? I added the images and I made it, and I clean it up like that. So what do I do? Having my slicer selected, come to visuals. You see under image, come to image, and we add data. So we add image, film link, right? So we have the images added, but it's in field fit. So we need to change it to normal. Yeah, change it to normal. Then now we're going to do some arrangements like this. It's at the left. So we want the images to be, the position to be left or right. Let's be right, like the way I did it, right? And we want to reduce the image area, right? So reduce the image a bit, reduce the image area. Next thing is for this I think I have it centered. I have it centered, but I will leave it this way. Okay, so next let's take off the background. Let's take off let me take off the should I take off the title? All right, let me take off the title. Well, let me leave it title. Let me leave it title. Let's take off the effects. Under effect, let's take off the background. Okay. Let's take off the we're taking off the background, right? We're going to do some formatting here now. Let's start with what are we going to start with? Let's start with the button, right? Let's start with the button. So if default, I want it to be white. Like okay, here is blue. Is blue, right? Let me go fetch the color. I want to fetch the color I use here for default. If you look at the colors default, but the one I selected is more, the blue is deeper. So you know the card that has been selected based on the color highlights, right? Like this, you know that this is one that is selected. But the others will be, same color, showing that they are unselected. So that's what I want to do. On that button, default, I want to get my colors from here. 77 transparency. So this is the color. Okay. So you can just use any color that you feel like is perfect, is okay. All right, in my case, I'm going with this. So make sure that your state, the apply setting state is in default. Okay. Then under fill, then you come here more colors, you paste the color. And now my transparency is 77. All right, so give it a little bit, reduce the opacity. Then I off the border. I off the border. So I have it this way, right? Next is now when I select it, selected, when I select now, the color is giving me black. It should be black now. Okay, as well, I think it's black. Yeah, it's giving me gray actually. Give me like a gray color, but I don't want that color. It's not making it nice. So when it's selected, the few I want it, okay, because of the transparency, right? It should be black, complete black. Yeah, complete black. But I don't want it this way. I want it to give me more lighter blue like this, right? I think this is okay. Let me go a bit. Okay, let's just go with this, right? So when it's selected, I want it blue. Okay. What of when you over on it? When you are hovering on it, when you're over your mouse. So we can do that over. You see, it's giving us same color with the default. Okay, so I can change the over to be more a bit, in between, and transparency off. You see now that when I over, can you see the as the color is popping up? I've not pressed it. I'm just hovering on them. So this gives you that website feel. You can reduce it a bit, make it more lighter, a bit lighter. All right. So what of when you press it? You see when you press it change color to gray. So I want to change that color to come over to over press. So under press, you see, is in gray. I want to change it to same color with my over. So when I press, give me blue. You see, all right. Okay, so that's how to fix this place. And if you look at it, it's already looking like it. But the other additional thing I can do is um change the card to to round edges because it's in straight edges now. I can change under that should be in layout, right? No, shape, yeah, shape. I change it to rounded shape. The reduce or increase as you reduce. You can't see it very because of the color is faded now, but this is perfect. So this is okay. All right. So now we have the stylizer setup. We have the stylizer setup, right? Okay. So now we can now select. You see, it's very, very easy and it is giving that website feel. Now, when I select, you will see that the informations here to are updating. I can see for the brief, 359 million, the RAO changes, all these changes, right? So, right, now I can now, filter, 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 and filter. Right. So that is That is how to do that. That is how to get that done. Okay, so what is the next thing? What is the next thing? So we have three more to enter, right? This part. Our, let's create this part. I want to make sure that we are together. All right. So next is let's get our rating. The rating percentage. Which is this donut chart, and what is that all about? Just the percentage of the rating, right? So, am I going? How we going to enter that? I use bring out my donut chart. Bring out my donut chart. Okay, and place it here. So under rating, which that should be where I'm going to find rating. Okay, look at the film rating. So the legend will be film rating, which we have two rating. Now, if you see, it's only one rating that is showing because this slicer is already what is already affecting this. So let me just clear it first. Let me clear it. So now I can see my two rating, right? It's already connected to the slicer, so I can see my two rating. So I now do the rating into value, put it in value, right? So it will show me count of film rating. Okay, so this is what we have. So let me quickly let's quickly do the formatting. Um, take all data label, take away legend. I don't need legend. I'm gonna do that shortly. So under my slide spacing, I can increase the radius, inner radius, right? Okay. So this part, I think, was it the color I gave it here? All right. So for my PG, I want to give it this color, and for this, I want to give it a more lighter one. Okay. Is it the same thing it is? Okay, it's almost the same thing. Let me increase the radius a bit. I think this should be okay. This is okay. It's nice. And I want to take away the title. So the title, under title, take away the title, reduce it a bit. Right. So now uh, I want to display it by slicer. That when the slicer is being selected, it will show, right? The percentage will display in here. Okay, the percentage will display in here. Now how do I do that? I'm going to bring in a slicer, this normal slicer. Now I'll bring the slicer in and I'll insert pixels film rating to the field. So I have two rating, G and PG, and I'll set it to I'll remove the header, right? I'll set it the slider set. I'll set it to first single select. Single select. I should always select one. Am I correct? Single select. Okay. Let me take that off first. Let me see everything's working fine. Let's let's add the percentage that will be here first. I have the measure. It's going to be, we are going to use a measure for that. And the measure is, I have the rating. That should be number 5. So the percentage rating, right? So the percentage rating will be, uh, this is the DAX. So let me just copy. So it's in documents, new measure. So new measure and paste. So it's just dividing a pixel film by the rating, calculating it by the rating column. So that will give us the percentage of for the both rating. I select that. Okay, so break that. Let me make it 5. What's 5 there? Okay. I can, okay, now will bring the rating out, and I want to see it in card. Okay, it's 100% because it's the boats that are being displayed. Right, so please, guys, you're going to give me a minute. Let me quickly just sort out myself shortly. I'll be back. Just give me a minute. I'll be back. All right, guys, I'm back. Sorry, just quickly went to take care of myself. All right, so we're back here. So we have the percentage 100 because this is displaying. So when I filter, I can filter by PG. But if you see that this slicer is interacting with all this, and we don't want that, we just want it to interact with yes, we want it to interact with just this part alone. Okay, so what I do is I'll take off the interaction for others under edit. So I'll take it off for this, take it off for this. I don't want it to interact with all this right at all. I'll take it off for this. So take it off for this, take it off for this, and this. So we don't want all that. So now it's just interacting with just this one alone. That will be in the middle, that will be in the center here. And we can convert this to percentage. Okay, convert it to percentage, and then oh right, and I want it in zero, no decimal place, no decimal place, and so the next thing is let's format it right. Let's take off the label, take off the label. Let's take off the effects. Okay, let's take off the effects and let's reduce it a bit. All right, so let's reduce it. So just centralize it, right? This one too, let's take off the background. We're going to make this single select, okay? So it will be single select so that we'll have it either any of this. So we can see our rating. Our rating is 64, G is 64, PG is 54. Then you can take off the if background, all right, reduce and place it properly. All right, so give the title later. So and that is all for that. Now let's do our table here. The table I'll be using my table, my normal table, okay, for the people response and for the people involved. Okay, so the first one we're looking at the film persons, right? We have the image, you have the names, their role, and film rating. So quickly do that here, the image, names, and role. So first is under the people, under the people, the Pixar people, we have their name. Okay, we have the image first. So the image, we go to shit. Sorry, in my screen. Okay. Oh, wow. Wow. So I thought my screen was wow. Sorry, I don't know, my screen has not been. I'm back actually. I thought my screen was shared. I thought the screen was shared. Wow. Okay, so this is what happened. I and when we stopped was at this point I entered, this our percentage. Sorry, I thought the screen was shared long. I did not know that I haven't shared the screen when I came back. I'm sorry for that. What I did was this percentage, right? That we have the metrics here. We have the metrics here. Uh, I place it in the, here, right? I don't know. So it's showing a percentage for each of the rating. For PG, now I can see 54%. For G rating, we can see is 46%, right? So that we have that for that. And additional stuff you can add is you can add your, what do you call it? There is a more, but there's a way I do this visual here. that is more dynamic, where I include the title. So when I clicked PG, the title here will change to PG and PG. And also, how do I know my slicer, which one is for PG, which one is for G? So I can turn on my legend, right? I can turn on my legend and I can put it in the top center. Okay, take off the title, right? So I can know which is which. So I know that the blue is for the PG, while the G is for the. But I this PG slicer is not interacting with the donor chart. Take note. What I did was I turn it off under edit interaction. I turn it off for the donor chart. Okay. The reason is because the donor chart is already displaying for PG and G. Okay. My screen is shared already. I don't know if you guys are seeing my screen now. The screen is shared already. Please let me know if you can see my screen, because I was just prompted now that my screen was not shared or was not seen. So if you can see my screen now, please let me know. Thank you. All right, so this part is what I've been talking about since. Is this very simple and straightforward. Just the donut chart, your slicer, you know, to display the percentage of both when you toggle between. You can't see my screen yet. I'm sharing it already. It's shared already. The screen is shared already. Can you see it now? Can you see the screen now, please? I have unshared and shared again. I've unshared and shared again. I'm sharing already. To log out and let me log out and log in again. Let me log out and log in again. Let me log out and log in again, please. Let me log out